that Houston Texans defense, they were playing some ball. They were in a ball game, a tight ball game. They had to make some crucial stops down the stretch, Mitchell, against Russell Wilson and this freaking red-hot Denver Broncos team. They came in on a 5-game winning streak. This is probably the game that's going to determine which one of these teams gets playoff positioning, gets a shot to get in these playoffs. And they answered the call, Mitchell. They answered the call. They picked off Russell Wilson 3 times in the game, held him under 200 yards, 53.3 passer rating. He did run the ball a few times for 10 times for 44 yards. But CJ Stroud, again, only completed 16 passes, but for 274 and a touchdown. He was feeding this guy. Once Tank Dell went down with a season-ending injury, you hate to see it. He was on his way to having a fantastic rookie season. But Nico Collins picked up the slack, 9 catches for 191 yards. He had a really good game. Will Anderson, another one of their foundational pieces, just keep stepping up, Mitchell. CJ Stroud, the quarterback. Will Anderson, 2 sacks in the game, 2 critical sacks. Derek Stingley Jr., who's going to be a foundational piece, 2 interceptions, 4 interceptions in his last 3 games. I mean, you talk about they got a guy, Mitchell, and these aren't lucky interception. This guy is strapping. And so everybody was all on Sauce Gardner, rightfully so. Sauce Gardner had a really good year last year, an all-pro year. But do not forget about Derek Stingley Jr. He will not be forgotten about. He is a reason this team is winning this game and has won 4 of the last 5 games. But my guy, Mitchell, Jimmie Ward with a game-clinching interception, clutch play in the end zone to end the game. I always get, I'm telling you, I get trauma. I get triggered. When I see him drop back to pass in a goal-to-goal situation, Mitchell, I get triggered. And he dropped back and put it up there. And lo and behold, here comes Jimmie Ward, game time. And so there's still an outside chance for Denver to get in these playoffs, but I think there's very few teams that want to play this Houston Texans team. And CJ Stroud and his defense, they're the reasons why.
You hit it right on the head, Rich. We were on the Houston Texan bandwagon for probably about the last month, and it was mainly because of their offense. And now we see it. Their defense is starting to step up in big, big ways. Like you said, Will Anderson Jr., their top pick this year, 2 sacks. He's coming on strong. Derek Stingley starting to show why he was drafted so high 2 years ago. If they keep it moving in this direction, I mean, I have to believe the Steelers are going to slip out. I mean, granted, they've got the lowly New England Patriots next week, but one of these teams, the Colts, the Steelers, is going to slip out and it's going to give way to the Houston Texans. And like you said, in that 6-7 seed, whoever they play against, either the 2-3 seed, no one's going to want to see them. And D'Amico Ryans, kudos to him. He's got this team flying high. The Houston Texans, shout out to them.
Okay, football season is finally here. And here's one thing every fan should know. You can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. Because no, you can't get your dream running back for your fantasy team delivered with Uber Eats. But flapjacks, baby back ribs, and a cold 6-pack? Yeah, you can definitely get those. Great pass protection? That's a no. Great pizza selection from your favorite places? Yes. Championship defense? No. Deodorant? Yep. A well-executed fake punt? No. Delicious fresh produce? Yes. Game-clinching turnovers? No. But pastry turnovers? You know, the kind with delicious apple filling? Oh, yeah. Because that's groceries. And get those delivered with Uber Eats, too, along with food from your favorite restaurants and other essentials. And the best part? You can get it all without missing a second of action on your TV. So this football season, stay planted on your couch and get anything, well, almost anything you need for game day by ordering on the Uber Eats app. Uber Eats, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol in selected markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Richard, speaking of getting back to life, starting to fly a little bit like they should be, the Detroit Lions, they go down to New Orleans and they get hot quick. 21-0, 7 minutes into that game. And I'm thinking, okay, here we go. But no, I mean, they gave life back to New Orleans. You know, they knocked Derek Carr out of the game. Jameis Winston comes in there, throws a tip pass that should have been picked off right into the hands of Chris Olave.
That's
Gives that
Jameis.
team life. Yeah, but I mean, Richard, the Lions get a big road win. I mean, it's never easy to go down to New Orleans and get a win. What do you think of this Detroit Lions team right now? Do you believe they're a true 9-3 team like their record shows?
I believe they are. I just don't know if anybody's up there with the Niners. And, you know, after that the game against Green Bay is going to leave a lot of people questioning this team. You know, I don't know if it was just the moon and the way it was aligned that day, Mitchell, or what it was, but they lost that game. And Green Bay has been playing well tonight against Kansas City, and his Kansas City defense has been amongst the league's best this entire season. So they're obviously, this Green Bay team is nothing to slough at. But the Jared Goff turnovers, you know, were a concern. He cleaned that up a bit this game. He didn't have them. Jahmyr Gibbs ran the ball better. They ran the ball as a team a little bit better. You know, those things, their defense played okay. You know, they gave up 28 points, so it was okay. But Amon-Ra St. Brown passes Calvin Johnson for the most receptions by a line in his first 3 seasons. That's huge. That's a Hall of Famer. That's nothing to slough at. But Lions were up 21-0, Mitchell, and they let them run all the way back. Let them roar all the way back and make this a ball game. So that is a concern. But they do got my guy, Big Bruce Irvin, Mitchell. He's like fine wine. He's like vino, Mitchell. He's getting better with age, and he said it. All I need is a shot. He's like, I feel like I got better technique now than when I was young. I understand things better, and he does. You get him on that field, Mitchell, he's going to make chaos happen. I'm mad the Seattle Seahawks didn't try to grab him when they had a chance. But he's going to make life easier for that defense. He's a great leader, very mature, a guy who's been in the league, having success for a long time. He'll make a difference. Brian Branch back in the fold, gets him an interception. And so there are positive things, you know, to find from this game. But Mitchell, I don't know. Y'all got a chance at the division, Mitchell. Let's enjoy our big wins, you know?
Yeah, no question. I'll say this, Rich. They got the offense to do it. They're going to have to control the time of possession. They're going to have to keep their defense off the field. They're going to have to force turnovers, and they're going to have to find some way to get pressure on the quarterback. They were able to get 2 sacks today. You know, Bruce Irvin had a big, you know, crucial roughing the passer call late. I mean, that was a big hit on Derek Carr, though. But if he can generate some pressure, who knows what could happen. But right now, I think the expectation in Detroit, just get a playoff win and let's see what happens from there.